Good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight for Fund AID 20. I'm Lori Baker, and I've had the honor of being the president and CEO of the Association for Individual Development since October 1st of 2018.
And I'm Melinda Tejada. I'm the chairman of the AID Board of Directors, and together we're your hosts for this evening. We're excited to share information about AID programs and services, highlight accomplishments, hear from some of our clients, families, and employees, and, of course, raise funds to help individuals in our communities live their best lives.
Our goal is to raise $75,000 tonight, and we're already off to a great start thanks to our generous sponsors and to those of you who have already given online. Donating's easy. You just text FUND or FUND to 77948 or donate through the website at AID Cares, that's AIDCARES.org/Fund AID 20. All of the proceeds raised tonight will support great programs that help our families, friends, and neighbors. As we share information with you tonight, please be aware that some of our video clips were recorded pre-COVID. You'll be able to tell what those are because those people won't be wearing masks when they're together.
Association for Individual Development offers life-enriching services that empower children and adults with developmental, physical, and mental health challenges, those who've suffered a trauma, and those at risk since 1961. Help AID continue to serve over 5,500 individuals in your community by donating online.
A significant portion of the funds raised this evening will support a new AID initiative, as well as provide long-term support for COVID-19 relief for clients. We've included these two programs as our Fund a Need giving opportunity tonight.
For a donation of $100, you can provide basic food staples, cooking and baking supplies, and cleaning and disinfecting materials for the new AID Nutrition Initiative and Food Distribution Program. If you increase that donation to $250, it will provide cookware and small appliances. This program will help clients improve their health and nutrition literacy, have easy access to healthy food options, and lead healthier lives.
And if you really want to put the fun in fundraising, you can give a $500 donation, which will provide ongoing COVID-19 relief for clients who have struggled to pay rent, mortgage, and utilities due to job loss, reduced working hours, or resignations due to health and safety concerns. This support will help clients keep their homes and preserve their independence.
Please take a moment now or anytime throughout our show to text FUND to 77948 and make a contribution to fund one of these important programs. Now here's a message from AID Board Treasurer and parent of an adult child with a disability, Chuck Miles.
Hello, I'm Chuck Miles. I've been with AID as a board member for about 12 years, and I'm currently the treasurer. Our family is big supporters and very passionate advocates for the work that AID does on the mental health and developmental disability side. We've had a daughter who is now 28 with autism. When she came out of her transition program, there was no place for her to go. Luckily, we were able to get her into the Thompson Workshop for about 4 years, and after that time, she now has a community-based job at Delnor, supported also by AID. Also, we've been able to provide or refer people to services for our mental health services, as well as all the services that we provide within the various partnership housing arrangements we have throughout the Fox River Valley. People like the Burton Foundation, Bryn Shore, as well as Full Circle Communities that have helped with provide housing for our clients and for other low-income individuals. Having been on the board, I continue to be humbled by the work of this agency, by the dedication of our staff, and the work that they do every single day to provide the services that our clients deserve and need. And particularly in this last several months as we all struggled with COVID, the additional work that they put forward to keep our clients and our staff safe. Most of you know that our funding does come primarily from government sources, either the state of Illinois or a lot of the billing for mental health comes from through the federal government. As you know, the government doesn't always provide all the support we need. So your money that you provide to us is critical in helping us provide the level of support and care that our clients need and deserve. I want to thank you for your past support. Particularly several years ago, we raised $2.5 million with the help of all of you to offset our mortgage payments, and we now have $300,000 a year that we can pour back into services. So we continue to need your support. We continue to need your time. We continue to need your money. So I wanted to thank you in advance for the money you're going to give us, and keep up your support. And one last thing, vote.
1212 Larkin is the effective result of a partnership between the Fox River Valley Initiative and Full Circle Communities, which engaged in a year of planning that led to construction. The proposal by Full Circle Communities is an $18.5 million investment to restore the Larkin Center's historic buildings and build 12 new detached historically and architecturally sensitive buildings. The proposal will create a mix of studio, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom residences, totaling 48 units. The development will have 10 dedicated units for persons with a mental or physical disability, with on-site case management by the Association for Individual Development. The other 38 units will be 2 to 3-bedroom apartments for people living on 30 to 60% of the surrounding area's median income.
Michael has had the opportunity to come and live at Water's Edge after being at AID for the last 6 years or so, living in group homes. And he gets much independence. As for family members, this has been a great experience. He gets to have his own freedom, his privacy, but he also has the safety of supervision so that he can be independent, but have others look after him so that we don't have to worry as a family that he's out there on his own.
My favorite part is freedom. Like, you could go on your own.
3, 2, 1.
Supportive housing is simply affordable housing plus the services and supports residents want and need to successfully live in their community. AID has been a longtime proponent of supportive housing by developing properties. We own 3 apartment buildings in Aurora and will be breaking ground mid-November in West Chicago on a 24-unit supportive housing project, collaborating with affordable housing developers across our service areas. AID supports more than 800 behavioral health clients and 50 plus clients with intellectual and developmental disabilities in their own apartment units, and advocating for increased funding to build and provide services within affordable supportive housing properties.
Please, please, please help us reach our goal by texting FUND, F-U-N-D, to 77948. Or you can donate through the website at AIDcares, that's CARES.org/fund, F-U-N-D, AID 20. When making a donation, you have the availability to leave a comment, and we will read some of those comments later in the program. Next, we will highlight some of our sponsors. We're so grateful for their continued generosity.
Making the world a more comfortable, safer place for mankind to live and prosper. It seems like such a simple concept, yet when you look further as to how to help a community live and prosper in a comfortable, safe environment, you realize how much more complex that task is. The Dunham Fund supported nonprofits who are providing vital services to our neighbors in need with $4.2 million in grants this year.
AID is fortunate to have so many amazing and talented staff members. They're the backbone of AID, and their devotion to helping our clients has not wavered even in this challenging year. Wanda Thomas, Vice President of Developmental Disabilities Services, will kick off our staff testimonials tonight. Later, you will also hear from other staff members who have dedicated their careers to advocating for people with disabilities to help them live their best lives.
My name is Wanda Thomas, and I am the Senior Vice President of DD Services here at AID. And they asked me to also add how many years I've been here. I am in my 45th year at AID. Our department's main focus is taking care of the needs of individuals who are diagnosed with developmental disabilities. We take care of housing programs, day programs, employment, whatever those clients need, our department manages those needs. Well, AID continues to need support because, as you know, we are heavily funded by the state, but we are constantly getting cuts in the states. We have a prediction right now of more cuts coming, and we have so many local needs, and our clients need your support to help take care of their daily needs. And even though we're a large organization, every amount that's donated helps AID and helps the clients that we serve. Thank you so much for your continuous support of AID.
That was just one example of the fun activities that so many of our talented staff and clients do each and every day. Now we will hear from parent Amy Clark. Amy is a tenacious parent of 2 children with disabilities who didn't give up until she helped create the perfect home and set of services for her oldest son. Following Amy will be AID autism expert Andrea Consolati, and then Christine will give us a peek inside her life.
My name is Amy Clark, and I became affiliated with AID through my son Brandon, who was in need of a residential home and a day program. And AID was the closest to my home, as well as nearly the only ones in Kane County that were appropriate for Brandon. Brandon went into residential housing with AID as well as their day program because it just became far too difficult for just me to be taking care of him, as well as my other son, Timothy, who also has Angelman syndrome. When a child or young adult graduates high school and turns 22, they instead spend 100% of their time at home unless there's an organization like AID that can provide a day program or residential for them. And if I didn't have that with Brandon, I honestly don't think that we could have survived. We definitely couldn't have survived COVID. I honestly owe AID a lot. I mean, quality of life obviously can't be overlooked or underestimated because before Brandon went to AID, our life was all about surviving and just how to live moment to moment. And since he's been at AID, I had the opportunity to go visit him whenever I want, and we've been able to establish a real relationship and not just a caregiver-provider relationship where I'm just trying to meet his needs and we're just trying to get through the day, and I'm frustrated and low on sleep and dealing with the same thing for the 1,000th time that day, but yet I'm coming in fresh, able to enjoy him, love him, the way a mom is supposed to be able to love her kid and her adult child, and just be able to spend time together has been a wonderful thing to have a healthy relationship with him. AID really needs your support because there's no way that we can do this on our own. Obviously, it takes a village to raise a child. How much more does it take to raise a special needs child, let alone a village of special needs children? AID is an amazing and selfless community of people that have all come together, not just as administrators, nurses, care providers are just the tantamount of what makes this whole program work. I am grateful for your support for AID because not only does it support Brandon, but it supports me, it supports my other son with severe disabilities, and it helps us to cope and function in a way that we haven't been able to cope and function. And I don't know what we would do without you. Thank you.
My name is Andrea Consolati, and I am the educational specialist and the autism specialist here at AID. I have been here for about 5 years. So my job here at AID is to come up with meaningful programming for the clients to help them reach their true potential and to have productive, meaningful things to do throughout their day, things that make them happy, that they enjoy, but that also cause them to learn new skills and grow. I am passionate about helping individuals with disabilities reach their full potential in life, empowering them to be as independent as possible, and to find what truly makes them happy and expose them to new endeavors that might bring out even more of their potential. We want to provide them with quality services to make their lives better. Thank you for donating.
My name is Christina Isaka. I'm 48. I'm a lot of houses coming here. My dad died, passed away, my dad. And my mom is in Arizona. I'm in swimming. I have track and field. I have track, running, long jumps, and gymnastics. I have ribbon. Oh, here are my ribbons.
Volunteers are vital to any organization, with each bringing their unique perspective, values, and talents to the role. In a typical year, which this is not one, AID is fortunate to have more than 100 volunteers, including those who answer the crisis line and are valuable board members. Following this volunteer video, you'll hear from volunteer board member and parent of an adult child with a disability, Jim Gould.
My name is Mike Mikas, and I've been volunteering here at AID for just completed 3 years. If you want to give back, it's a great place to come because you will be given so much joy because the people here are so grateful. They're fun to be around. They are always welcoming. They make you feel like you're at home. They're all my buddies. My volunteering here, I feel helps people to get a paycheck, and no matter what their paychecks are, and I have no idea what they are, but I believe they do vary, and so no matter how little they are or how much they are, they always enjoy payday and getting that pay stub, and for me to know that that's happening and that I'm contributing to that is a true joy.
Hi everyone, I'm Jim Gould. I see AID from two angles. I see AID from the angle of a board member and from the angle of a dad whose son lives in an AID group home and participates in AID day services. As a board member, I see detailed strategic planning. I see wise stewardship of financial resources. I see staff at every level who are dedicated to caring for the most vulnerable people in our communities. And as a parent, I see workers who take a personal interest in each client. One of the caregivers at David's group home staged a party so the residents could meet his newborn son. That was really cool. They enjoyed that. I see staff who during the COVID lockdown have made a real effort to bring meaningful activities to each individual home. And I see my son signing to me that he's an AID man. These are his friends and his community. It's really true. AID cares. I'm encouraging you to support AID because of its wise financial stewardship. I go to board meetings regularly, I see the fiscal reports, and I know AID is very careful about managing its resources. So the gifts that you give will be carefully managed by the administration and the board at this agency. Also, AID is doing incredible work. I talk periodically with some of the folks on the mental health side of AID who go out and meet folks with mental illness under the bridge at midnight because that's where the need is. So AIDs, the dollars that you give to AID are helping out the most vulnerable people in our society. And you can afford to do that, and you can be sure your dollar will be well used.
Okay, we're going to get our first look at the thermometer to see how close we are to our goal. 69,000. That is so close to our 75,000. Thank you, everybody. Keep giving. So it is terrific. And thanks to all our wonderful donors. I really mean it. We're confident we're going to reach that goal tonight based on this. There's still plenty of time to give and help us reach that goal of 75,000, which we are so very close to. Text FUND, F-U-N-D, to 77948. Or you can donate through the website at AID Cares. That's AIDCARES.org/fund, F-U-N-D, AID 20. You can specify fund a need, or you can make a general contribution and your gift will be used wherever it's needed most. A big thank you to all who've already given and to those who purchased raffle tickets, including myself. I hope I win. We will be drawing winners for the baskets at the end of this program, so stay tuned. And next up, you're going to hear from some of our wonderful clients, sponsors, employees, and volunteers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Littlejohn. I am the director of the Employment First program here at AID. I've been here about 2 years now, and I enjoy working here. What we do in Employment First, we do a couple of things. We help our clients get jobs in the community that they love based on their interests, their skill set, and where they live. The second thing is through our janitorial program and our new food service program, clients are also able to obtain employable skills so that they can take those skills and go out and find jobs in the community. So I really enjoy working here at AID and just being part of individuals' lives, having a direct impact, and then working with people that share the same passion. So the most rewarding part of my job is really seeing clients get jobs. Like any of us, we want our basic needs met. We want to be able to provide for our families. And so to see clients be in a position where they're able to do that, that is the most rewarding. To see people having the ability to buy their own groceries, establish some stable housing, buy a cup of soup for their sick child, those things that we all need, they need too. And so it's just very, very heartwarming to see them able to get the job that they want. So the community should support AID because what we do here directly impact the lives of others. There are many organizations that function off of donations. One thing about AID is that you can really see the direct impact. So as a donor, you'll be able to really see directly where your donations are going. And so there's so many services that we provide to clients in all of the communities in which we serve. And so it's just great to see your money really in action.
My name is Effie Muto. I have been at the agency. I worked on the DD division for about 4 years, starting from February 2014 to April 2018. And I left for about a year and I came back April 2019. And that's when I came over to the Behavioral Health Division of AID. And I started in complex care services. It was a new program to bridge the DD division and the BH division. And that went really well, opening up clients who would benefit from working with a therapist on working on different coping skills. And then shortly after, I moved into management December 2019, in which I'm currently the manager of the adult outpatient program, which also includes Hesed House and the TAC program. This is where we work with individuals who have chronic mental health diagnoses. They see an individual therapist. They can also participate in groups, and we have different groups available. There are psychosocial rehabilitation groups, and there are also therapy groups where they work on anger management, figuring out different stressors in their life, talking about their trauma, and working through that. We have clients who are struggling with grief, and during this time of the COVID epidemic, there are a lot of clients. We've had an increase of intakes for individuals in the community and AID residential services who are seeking counseling services for an array of reasons, majority because of COVID and the different feelings that those have brought on to everyone in the world, especially those who have not only COVID going on that's affected everyone, but on top of that they have their individual diagnoses that they are suffering from, whether it's depression or anxiety. But AID focuses on all of the different parts of the body, including the mental health portion. And so that's why I enjoy working here. I see a lot of people come, and when I say people, I mean clients come in, they work with a therapist, and they say, like, I've really enjoyed working with you. I feel like I've learned different coping skills. And sometimes when I am struggling with something, when something comes up, I'm able to use those coping skills that we discussed in our sessions and apply them. And so that makes a real difference. That makes me feel like we are making a real difference in the individual lives that we serve here. I want to thank you for supporting AID services, both on the Developmental Disability Division and the Behavioral Health Division. It makes a difference in the clients that we serve. Thank you.
My name is Tim Brown. I am a board member at AID. I've been a board member for over 6 years. I am passionate and believe in AID and its services because I've been involved with AID for over 30 years. I used to refer clients to AID when I worked for the court system in Kane County. AID was the only social service agency that would deal with and assist indigent and very difficult clients that we would encounter in the court system. People should donate to AID because AID is embedded in this community and has done so for 40, 50 years. AID is the community. AID's had a difficult time in the recent past financially, like other social service agencies. But the needs don't go away. And so it's important to support those who support our neediest community members and our neediest neighbors.
Meet Maria. Maria is 14, and her mom has noticed that she's sleeping most of the day and struggling to engage with her schoolwork, her video chats with friends, or even her weekly video game group, which she always looks forward to. Believe it or not, these are symptoms many people are experiencing during this time of social isolation. Maria's mom doesn't know what to do. They've never been the type of family to seek out mental health treatment in the past, but knowing this isn't typical behavior for her daughter, she decides to seek out help. She and Maria explore their options together by looking online. In the next hour, they reach out to local services, fill out the paperwork, and schedule the first session, all electronically without compromising their family's health or safety. It was surprisingly simple. Maria was anxious about her first session. Sure, she was used to talking to her gaming group online, but wouldn't it be weird to talk to someone on a screen? What would they even talk about? Her mom assured her that she didn't even have to look at the screen if she didn't want to. She could hang out in her room, even sit in her gaming chair, and she wouldn't have to talk about anything she didn't want to. During her first session, the therapist was able to normalize her feelings, listen, and they worked together to find strategies for Maria to try at home to address her challenges. Mom talked to the therapist too, so she could learn new ways to support Maria. The next week, during her video game group, she told her friends about her experience. I feel less alone, and I'm glad my mom could talk to someone too because I worry about her. It reminded me that a lot of people are experiencing these feelings, and it's okay not to feel okay. DeKalb County. You don't need to suffer in silence or isolation. If you, your child, or someone you love needs support, please call us to schedule your session today. We may be physically separated for now, but we're still in this together.
My name is Danielle Laha. I am the Behavioral Health Outpatient Director for Region 4, which oversees all of McHenry County. There are many services that are offered in McHenry County, including outpatient therapy as well as supported living and psychiatry. We have family-based services and IPS. The supported living program provides case management to individuals within their home or community setting to help increase independent living skills, including linking clients up with benefits as well as increasing community integration. With the support of our donors, we are able to continue to provide upscale services and help increase the independent living of individuals within the different counties we serve. AID helps to provide clients with purpose and belonging, and I am very blessed to be part of that process.
My name is Amanda Augustine, and I am the Victim Services Manager. So what I do is I oversee the Victim Services case managers. I stay in contact with police departments to make sure that needs are being met. So I've been employed at AID for 3 years, and I was an intern prior, so technically I've been here 4 years. And I'm passionate about victim services because I think it's really important to have an advocate out there on scene when they're in a crisis or they're dealing with something that, is not familiar to them, and they have someone sitting there with them telling them, this is your options, these are the resources out there, because a lot of the times we get victim feedback saying that they didn't know most of the resources out there. So I think that's really beneficial to have someone out there to kind of assist them through the process, whether that's a death, domestic violence, sexual assault, fire, whatever it may be. So I think people should support AID or donate to AID just because we're a very client-focused agency, and I think we put in a lot of work and we have a lot of great people who are passionate about serving our clients and making sure that people are getting, what they need out of the community.
My name's Frank Dobner. I think in a typical morning from 4 hours, 8 to 12, I probably call about a dozen and a half to 20 calls. I understand their situation. I've never been in the situation of being reminded to take medicine or being home alone all day and not having anybody to talk to, but I know what it's like to be able to get one single call a day from somebody and talk with somebody that cares, about me enough to actually call once a day.
Our crisis line volunteers do truly amazing work. Not only are they there to answer incoming calls from those in crisis, they also make scheduled phone calls to provide people with social interaction, medication reminders, crisis counseling, and referral to community resources. We call these sunshine calls. We're closing in on the last 20 minutes of our program, and there's still time to help us meet our goals and support the nutrition initiative and long-term COVID-19 relief. We'd like to share some of the comments that we've received from generous donors this evening. Great cause. My daughter Stephanie Bentham is passionate about her work in this field. Wish everyone the best. For Ken and his friends at Elgin AID. In memory of Kathleen and Dorothy. Let's see. Thanks to all the great staff and leadership at AID, exclamation points, lots of them. Thank you for all that you do in the community. AID, caring well for the most vulnerable in our communities. Thank you. In support of our sweet nephew, Ben, AID does amazing things for our communities. Please help them be able to continue. In support of all that you do to make the world a better place. In honor of Amanda. Good luck with this fundraiser. We are always on your side. Thanks for the great care you give our nephew, David. We are so glad he is part of the AID community. We are so grateful to have such a wonderful organization in our community for those who need assistance to live their best lives. Thanks for all you do. I'm so thankful for AID. What a wonderful blessing for so many clients, parents, and the community at large. Thank you, AID.
Okay. So before we go on to our very special treat, I do also want to thank, as part of the Wabanzi family, to thank our AID family for the Crisis in the Sunshine Line. When we don't have counselors available to work with our students, we depend on that line from AID. It's our talk line for students who need help. So Lori, on behalf of Wabanzi, we also thank you. Now, we have our very special treat. It's from a longtime employee who is also a talented musician who plays an acoustic guitar, a rendition of a very favorite song, loved by all, for our clients. His performance will be followed by our final sponsor video. We can't thank our generous sponsors enough for their continued support of AID.
You guys ready?
Yes, we're ready. My sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
good.
Well, as Sikich has evolved over time from a accounting firm in its beginnings to where we are today, is we've really arrived at more of an integrated approach to servicing clients. We have everything in front of us. The firm has undergone great growth in the past, but as I see it going forward, the best is yet to come.
We've come to the end of our event. Thank you to all who have donated or plan to donate. We're going to check the thermometer one last time and see where we're at this evening. Oh my gosh, we have $81,000. How wonderful. This link is going to remain open through Sunday, October 18th at midnight. Thanks to everyone at AID, our sponsors, donors, board members, and those who have purchased raffle tickets. We'll pull those raffle tickets in one moment. I just want to remind you that you can continue to text FUND, that's F-U-N-D, to 77948, or go online at aidcars.org/FUNDAID20. Thanks again for everyone that has donated, and feel free to continue to donate or send this to your friends and family and ask them to send us an additional donation. We have 6 amazing baskets, and we're now going to draw the lucky winners. We'll start with basket number 1, the grand prize of $1,000.
Me.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot in here. Susan Brady Suhr, S-U-H-R. Woo! Woo! All right, basket number 2. Shake it up. The home bar. That's what everybody wants, right? I'm gonna dig in here. Oh, that's one. Melinda! That was really amazing. It was not. That was not rigged at all.
Oh my God!
The home office raffle basket. All right, I'm gonna dig in here. I know there's a lot of people that wanted this home office during COVID, right?
A lot of my friends at Levanzi.
All right, Emily Hinton.
My friend from Levanzi.
Cool. All right. I'm going to go on to basket number 4, the happy home.
All right. I also know someone who wants this. I got one. There we go. Okay, you got to help me read.
Jennifer Frank.
All right.
Jennifer Frank won the happy home. Jennifer, I might need to make a deal with you.
Okay, stepping out. I'm going to be stepping out with my home bar.
Stay in. You should
The
stay in.
lucky winner is
Greg and Sandy Lobacca.
Congratulations.
All right. Congratulations for stepping out. And the final 3 under par. Might not be able to go tomorrow on this. It's going to be a little cold. But
Okay, what do we have here? We have
Diane Franzen. Congratulations to everyone who won the raffle basket. Woo! Thanks again for helping us make our first virtual event a success, and for giving clients the tools they need to live the lives they choose. We're so grateful to all of you, but don't just take our word for it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for donating.